The Pentagon is drawing up battle plans. The cartels just became military targets, and 80,000 Patriots are lining up to join the fight. This is Tom McCullough, White House correspondent for the Next News Network here. I'm manning the desk while Gary races to Ron Paul's 90th birthday. We will be streaming that live tomorrow, Saturday. This is going to be a fun one. This is my number one issue. Every time I go to the White House, every time Gary goes, we always ask Caroline and anybody who's there, are we going to do anything with these cartels? And what you are witnessing is unprecedented. Never happened in American history. The President Trump just authorized direct military action against drug cartels on foreign soil. That means Navy operations at sea, ground operations in Latin America. These terrorists are about to learn what American firepower really means. And meanwhile, ICE recruitment exploded. 80,000 applications for 10,000 positions. Border walls rising 30 feet high. Sanctuary cities losing millions in federal aid while handing out cash to illegals. This isn't policy change. It's the largest domestic security operation in American history. So stay with us as we show you how amazing this really is. So excited. So when invaders flood across our border, they age our nation's soul. Just like your body loses collagen and shows signs of aging, illegal immigration weakens America's foundation. But there's a solution for both. While 80,000 Patriots join ICE to restore order and 30-foot walls rise to protect our sovereignty, you can restore your skin's strength with ageless multi-collagen. 5 types of collagen from 4 premium sources perfectly blended for maximum absorption. No clumping, no odor, just results that strengthen and restore. So order today at healthwithgary.com for 51% off. I am so excited for this segment. We want this. So let's start with a massive show of force from Patriots across America. Secretary Kristi Noem just revealed the overwhelming response to ICE's recruitment drive. Watch her announce these staggering numbers while standing next to enough fentanyl to kill millions of people. Take a look.
I want you to look at the contraband that's in front of me. We have 20 kilograms of fentanyl that's in front of me on this table. That's enough to kill 10 million people. And here out of this office, this was interdicted just days ago here in Illinois. And because these federal officers have been out on the streets picking up criminals and dangerous individuals, we were able to take this 20 kilograms of fentanyl off the streets and save over 10 million lives. They're also keeping these weapons out of the hands of criminals that would use it to rob and assault and to murder individuals in these communities. Unfortunately, all of the politicians that have spoken out against their efforts, their desire appears to be that they would like to have more of this on their streets. More drugs out there for their kids and families to be victimized. More guns out there committing crimes. That is not the work that we do in ICE. The work that we do is to protect people and make sure that we remove these weapons and drugs off of our streets and hold those criminals accountable who would go forward and continue to use that to harm individuals.
So you got the buffet princess, J.B. Pritzker, running around right now telling everybody how unfair it is to get rid of the illegal immigrants. And there's literally 20 kilograms of fentanyl seized in Illinois, and that's enough to kill 10 million people. And J.B. Pritzker doesn't care. He wants that to stay. And that's what federal officers just pulled off Illinois streets. And 80,000 Americans want to join the fight to stop this poison from reaching our kids. The overwhelming response proves what we know all along. Americans are ready to take their country back. I am. How about you guys? So now look at what's happening at our southern border. The wall construction Biden tried to kill is roaring back to life. And the transformation is stunning. Take a look.
New border wall is going up in Mission, Texas. This comes after the Trump administration plans to build $46 billion worth of new border barrier, money that was passed by Congress recently in the budget bill. Crews hoisted and hammered in place extension bollards in this section of border wall near the Chimney RV Park. It's an area that has flip-flopped with border barrier design over the past 3 administrations. The segment behind me was actually started during the first Trump administration. The land was cleared, concrete was poured, and it was ready for bollards. But then the Biden administration came in and put shorter bollards only to prevent flooding, they said. Now the Trump administration is reinforcing those short 6-foot bollards with taller bollards to make sure there is 30 feet of wall along this area.
So from 6-foot barriers to 30-foot walls, and that's the difference between Biden's surrender and Trump's strength. $46 billion approved by Congress to finish what should have never been stopped. Every foot of new wall is a middle finger to the cartels and the politicians who enabled them. They didn't want the wall going up. They wanted more congressional votes. But while we're securing the border, sanctuary states are literally paying illegals to invade. And Massachusetts just got exposed for insane government handout program in American history. Take a look at this.
The Massachusetts GOP is criticizing Governor Maura Healey over a new report that shows shifting shelter costs to the state's home-based program. The program provides rental assistance to migrant families. According to the report, Massachusetts is on pace to spend $97 million on the home-based program in the current fiscal year. The state spent approximately $9.5 million on housing at-risk families. Massachusetts Republican Party Chair Amy Carnevale released a statement following the release of the report, saying in part, quote, "As much as Maura Healey would like the public to think that she's improving the system, the data tells a different story."
For every person out there trying to get a job and trying to help your family out, $30,000 per year in taxpayer handouts to people who shouldn't be in this country anyways. And that's $4,000 per month in EBT cash. That's free phones, free cable, free healthcare. I would love that. Massachusetts is basically running a recruitment program for illegal immigration while Americans' veterans sleep on the streets. It's so frustrating. But former ICE Director Tom Homan just destroyed the media narrative about who's getting deported. And listen to him expose the truth about Biden's catch and release disaster. This is going to be awesome. Take a look.
Man, how times have changed. On the Biden administration, ICE wasn't even allowed to arrest an illegal alien. Yeah, Secretary Mayorkas told ICE, you can't arrest somebody for being here illegally. They got to be convicted of a serious crime before you even target them for arrest. And now the left is losing their mind that everybody we arrest, I look at that data every morning, Sean, 70% of everybody we arrest is a criminal. The other 30%, national security threats, final orders. People had due process, a great taxpayer expenditure order removed by judge. By law, we got to remove them. So the numbers are great, right? But now the left is saying they're not criminal enough. I saw a story the other day. Only 1% of deportees are murderers. Really? That is a new level. And another story says, well, a lot of them are DUIs. DUI is a public safety threat where 10,000 people a year die from DUI. So now the story is the 70% criminals aren't criminal enough. We removed a record number of public safety threats and national security threats under the Trump administration. He's keeping his promise to American people. We're making this country safer every day.
Wrap your head around that. The Democrats are saying that DUIs aren't criminal enough. People died. I was hit by a drunk driver one time, and I still have lifelong injuries from that. I'm pretty sure that's criminal enough, guys. But 70% criminals. The other 30% are national security threats and deportation order violations. But now the left complains they're not criminal enough. Only 1% are murderers. Oh, my goodness. Since when is that not enough? DUIs kill tens of thousands of Americans yearly, but Democrats want them protected because they want their congressional votes. And watch what happens when Scott Jennings confronted Anna Kasparian about Democrats calling ICE agents Gestapo. And she actually proved his point while she was denying it. Take a look.
I will just say Republicans right now are trying to recruit and give bonuses to people who want to serve in ICE. And Democrats right now and people on the left are encouraging violence against people who want to serve in ICE.
They are? How
and are putting them in harm's way every day.
How
so
exactly?
The two parties and how they're treating ICE agents right now, I think Republicans embracing recruitment of ICE and Democrats encouraging maybe violence.
So we're just going to make a declarative
Terrible.
statement like that without providing a single shred of evidence.
You have not seen the myriad stories of ICE agents.
Okay,
Democrats every day are calling them the Gestapo. Do you think that helps or hurts?
Well, they do act like Gestapo when they're showing up.
Now you're doing
well, they are.
they're
just showing up
in
Penske trucks.
Do you condone the violence?
Home Depot. Listen, I don't want my tax dollars going to that garbage, okay? Those people do not deserve to be treated that way simply because they might be undocumented.
Do the ICE agents deserve to be having violent acts committed, rocks thrown at them?
No, they don't. They don't.
Kill them?
And those people who do that get arrested, and they should be arrested.
And why don't they doing that? Because they've been told the ICE agents are Gestapo.
Have you considered the fact that in a city like Los Angeles that has a massive immigrant community, when they see their mothers or fathers or family members rounded up, that leads to a lot of rage, and they retaliate. I'm not saying they should. That is criminal. They should not assault a police officer. Let me just tell you something. Someone messes with my family, I get violent. Okay, that's how I feel about family.
Good to know.
I protect family. So don't be surprised when people feel angry when they feel that there's a bunch of feds in their city invading their city, going after people who are just day laborers that are Home Depot parking lot.
That's dangerous talk.
It leads to unrest. It leads to a ton of unrest.
No, it's more than that. They are physically attacking.
And by the way,
there's an 800% increase in attacks on ICE agents.
She's like the ultimate Karen boss who got her liberal arts degree back in the 90s, and she's just going nuts out there. It's like what every person on the street with a TikTok app aspires to be, somebody like her, so she can be the most liberal psychopath white chick on TV trying to tear down our institutions. And she said this herself: ICE agents act like Gestapo, and when someone messes with my family, I get violent. Why is she trying to incite violence? This CNN, why aren't you guys moderating this? And that's exactly the rhetoric that's getting ICE agents attacked. Who doesn't understand this? Democrats demonize law enforcement, then act shocked when violence follows. It was mostly peaceful protesting, please. And Congressman Byron Donalds just shut down any talk of amnesty for illegal construction workers. His message is crystal clear: no exceptions, no carve-outs, and no compromise. Like the boss himself. Take a look.
Florida's got a very large number of illegal migrants working on construction in Florida. You want to carve out for them?
No carve outs. Look, with where we are in immigration, we've really been overrun as a country, and it's happened over the last administration, the last 4 years. It's really overwhelmed every city, not just in Florida, but all across the country. And we cannot allow to have this situation continue to metastasize with these carve-outs. We have to be very firm when it comes to immigration policy in the United States. The people who came in the last 4 years under Joe Biden, they have to go home. It's just that simple. When they go home, you secure the border like President Trump has already done, and then you consistently have a secure nation. Then you can start to talk about visa reforms. And trust me, our visa system is a mess. The federal government has not actually done its job of enforcing visas over the last 30 years, which has really led to a big chunk of our problem. But you got to send people home first and foremost. Then you have to have consistent border security. Donald Trump is making sure that happens. He did it on day one, and it's going to be consistent over his presidency. We need Democrats to actually step up and do the right thing, which is to secure this nation with us, pass meaningful immigration legislation so you can have some sensible visa reforms where this issue of foreign workers is stable for the American people and not on the backs of the American people.
But if you send all illegal farm workers home, you get them all out, you're not going to be able to pick all the crops. I mean, the farm industry will break down. I mean, do you object to a carve-out for the farm guys?
Well, let me put it to you this way. If you have plumbing in your house that doesn't work, what do? You just tape it up throughout the house? You know that's not going to work. You have to actually redo all your plumbing. And this is a problem of Washington for the last 40 years in the United States. So now you can't look at the American people and say, well, we have all these problems. You just have to deal with it. It's not right. It's not fair. It's not just. And it has not followed federal law. And you've had too many presidents on both sides of the political aisle, not Donald Trump, of course, we know where he stands on this issue, but you've had too many presidents who have abused or ignored federal immigration law and border security procedures, and now the problem is sitting in the lap of the American people. Stu, I know this is a very hardline stance, but it's the only stance we can take as a nation. We have to work through this problem constructively and then provide stability, which starts with border security first and foremost. And that's not just my stance. That is the stance of a significant majority of the American people.
And that seems like a pretty common, normal, level-headed response when we've been overrun as a country. No carve-outs means no carve-outs. The days of amnesty deals and pathway to citizenship scams are over. Every illegal has to go, whether they're picking crops or building houses. Those are American jobs. And now the biggest escalation yet. President Trump just signed orders for direct military action against the cartels. And the Pentagon is preparing for war. Yeah. Check this out.
Saying that I offered to send U.S. troops into Mexico to take care of the cartels. She wants to know, is that true? Do you think I'm going to answer that question?
That's why I'm asking. We'll see.
I will answer it. It's true. Absolutely. Because they are horrible people that have been killing people left and right. that have been, they've made a fortune on selling drugs and destroying our people. We lost 300,000 people last year to fentanyl and drugs. They're bad news. Yeah, that's true. If Mexico wanted help with the cartels, we would be honored to go in and do it. I told her that. I would be honored to go in and do it. The cartels are trying to destroy our country. They're evil. And, you know, we had 300,000 people die last year from fentanyl and all of that. We had millions of people brought into this country that shouldn't be here. The cartels brought them in. So if she said that I offered to do that, she's 100% right.
Are you disappointed that she denied that request when she doesn't want?
Well, she's so afraid of the cartel she can't walk. So, you know, that's the reason. And I think she's a lovely woman. But the president of Mexico is a lovely woman. But she is so afraid of the cartels that she can't even think.
That is exactly what I voted for. Did you guys vote for this? I voted for this. I want to see those people go down. And what we're getting from our votes and our actions is military operations at sea and on foreign soil. The cartels are now designated terrorist organizations, and we're going after them like we went after ISIS. It didn't work out well for them. They told Trump it would take years to do it. It took him 2 weeks to get rid of those guys. And this isn't law enforcement anymore. It's warfare. So if you guys got value from this report, tap subscribe down below. My final thought is next. So this is what America First looks like in action. 80,000 patriots volunteering to defend our homeland. 30-foot walls replacing Biden's speed bumps. Military forces preparing to annihilate cartel terrorists. We're not playing defense anymore. We're on the offense. When sanctuary states hand out 30 grand to illegals, real Americans are signing up to send them home. While Democrats call our heroes Gestapo, those heroes are seizing enough fentanyl to kill entire cities. The contrast could not be clearer. One side wants open borders, free money for invaders, and protection for criminals. The other side wants walls, deportations, and dead cartels. The military operation changes everything. No more treating prisoners like businessmen. No more negotiating with terrorists. When you flood our street with fentanyl, you've declared war on America and you're killing our children. Now you will face military might. So here's my question. Should we use military force to wipe out the cartels? I'm pretty sure you guys know my answer, but tell me yes or no. Drop your answer in the comment below and gear up with our patriotic merch.